today, these are the 3 things I'm going to be attending to: announcements, and then how you can start your journey, and then I'll be speaking about scholarships, which has been like the dream of everyone, and the question that has been like every minute, every day question. Really, we wish we could give everyone scholarships to study abroad. Unfortunately, that's not possible. So for our announcement tonight, we are having Centennial College is actually offering free application at this time. So if you want to apply to Centennial College right now, I don't know, I'm not sure when it's going to close, but its application is free at this time. So feel very free to take advantage of that opportunity. And University of Reading is coming on tomorrow on the webinar, so please make it a date. Application is also free for University of Reading. There is also a campus here in Malaysia if you will be interested as well. And there are also an additional 77 universities in the UK that are also offering free applications right now. So you can get in touch with AROS if you will be interested in any one of those universities. So our next webinars will be with University of Reading, UK. That's tomorrow by 6:30 p.m. Malaysia, Singapore time. So that would be, I think, 3:30 in Asia Standard Time, and about 11:30 a.m. West African time. So we look forward to seeing you. We are also going to be having a special session on partial and full scholarships for studying abroad. We'll soon be on that in a moment. And there is funding for another special webinar on how you can get funding for PhDs and postdocs. That's going to be on 5th of December this year. That should be a few weeks from here. The registration link is already available. I'll put it in the chat box later on for those who will be interested in registering, so that we can get more information across to you. Epitome College in Kuala Lumpur will be coming on the webinar on the 11th of December. So please make it a date as well. We will surely send you reminders. And this is the step-by-step journey for your study abroad program, simplified here, so that, because a number of people are like asking, so what's the next thing I'm supposed to do? First thing is register with AROS. AROS offers a free credential evaluation. So before you even apply, you will be sure that you are qualified for admission. If you are not qualified, you don't need to take any other step further. So, and then at the moment, there is an offer that is on with AROS because they are suspending the full payment of a consultancy fee just to offer opportunity for anyone that is interested in taking advantage right now, that you can just register with only $25 and you'll be taken through the entire process until your admission letter is ready before you even think of paying any consultancy fee. That is open for now. I'm not sure when it's going to close, but you may want to take advantage of that now. So the next step, if that is clear, is pay your application fee. That's the university application fee. Many of them are free right now, so you can take double advantage of that. Then the application will be processed, you get your offer letter, then you need to pay your tuition deposit to the university if that's applicable. Then you apply for your visa with AROS guidance. We understand that visa refusal rate is really high now, so you don't want to make any mistakes. Then you resume. You can travel to your country of study if that is allowed, if the borders are open. If not, you're going to start your program online. That's what most countries are doing at the moment. You start your program online and then you go on over there when the borders are open. So when you arrive there, the next thing will be you will apply for jobs if that's applicable, or you apply for your family visa if you want to take your family with you. Mostly, I think for most postgraduate programs, you can always go with your family. So we move on to accessing scholarships, and there is a special, I have a special guest who is going to be sharing with us his experience as an international student, how Well, when we get there, I will introduce him. He's also on the webinar, so you can share from his experience and from his learning to see how you can also make your journey a lot easier. So I already mentioned that. So these are your documentations for application. Your international passport is number one thing. Your certificates and transcripts. If you are going for a research program, you need a research proposal. There may be other supporting documents depending on what program you are applying for as well. So you may send an email to the email address on the screen, or you can chat with the WhatsApp number to see if you need to, if there is something that is not clear. But please make it a worthwhile thing, because there is enough information online on the website. The website address is just down there to the right-hand side, the right-hand bottom of the screen. You find almost everything you need there, so that because time is really in short supply. So if you are ready, on the website as well, or you can copy this link down, that's the credential evaluation form. You just supply every information there, and in less than 24 hours, you will be informed whether you are qualified for admission or not, and you can proceed with your application. So now moving on to what I'm sharing with us tonight, accessing scholarships. There are three parts to this, how you can access scholarships. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you key ingredients for accessing scholarships, and tomorrow, I have about 18 different scholarships that will be shared with everyone. So you can try them. Maybe it may be time for you, maybe your opportunity to access one. And the third part will be for PhD and postdocs on the 5th of December. So these are the different types of scholarships that we have and the features of each one. So entry scholarships are usually offered by most universities in Canada, and they are partial scholarships. They are never full scholarships. And then merit scholar, so it's open to everyone. Every student that is coming in usually gets the entry scholarship. The merit scholarships are based on your performance, your academic results, and all that. You can actually take both together at the same time. Discounts are usually applied to maybe accommodation or tuition, so it's not a full scholarship, it's partial. Financial aids are also partial. Progression scholarships are offered by colleges or universities to students who are already registered in the college or university. So you need to be there already before you can access that. The sportsmen or sportswomen scholarship can be full scholarships depending on your skill, but there are always conditions that you have to meet for those ones. Skill-based scholarships are also, sometimes they could be partial or could be full, like musicians or actors and actresses. Sometimes some scholarships are open to them based on their skills. And then we have the International Ambassador Scholarship. A number of universities offer this for students who are just coming in. So for this one, you can actually apply before you even come to the university. So there are conditions on university websites that are required that you have to meet for you to be able to get this International Ambassador Scholarship. It could be as high as offering you up to 90% of your tuition. So if you are interested in them, you could just reach out to ARROS, and then you can be guided on how to access any one of these scholarships. So these are the key ingredients that you need. Like I said, that's what I'm sharing with us today. Information, preparation, commitment, sacrifice, and investment. So I'm starting with the first one, information. It's you and I know that the internet is teeming with every kind of information that you want, from how to cough to how to do the button of your shirt. Even things that you don't expect, everything is there. So if you need information about scholarships, let's get online. It's there. Everything is there. You just need time. You need to invest time in seeking out what you want, and you will always find them. They are there. And I say seek it or buy it, because if you don't have the time or the knowledge or the skill to find it, then it means you need someone else's time, skill, and knowledge. And in that situation, you are going to have to pay for that. So I say, spend your time wisely and effectively when you are online. I'm particularly speaking to young people who are maybe going for bachelor's programs. You spend a very good time of your day online. So you might as well spend that time exploring things that are useful for your future. Preparation is another very important thing. Do you understand what it takes? Do you know what type of scholarship you are looking for? And if you do, what plans are you making? Because if you don't plan, then there is nothing anyone can do. So your future is right in your hand. So you need to plan how to arrive at getting the scholarship. Nobody sends scholarship messages to anybody to say, oh, this scholarship is here, you can take it. You won't find such mails in your mailbox because you need to work for it if you really want it. Commitment is another very key ingredient because it's hard. Yes, like I mentioned at the first point I made, information is right there on the internet, but I'm telling you that the information is so much that you will be fed up looking for whatever it is that you're looking for. So the overload of the information is another problem that you are going to deal with. So if you don't really want it enough, you might not be able to get it. So you need to be really, dedicated and committed to, because it's your own future at the end of the day. So you need to invest time, invest energy, invest resources in it. I said, if wishes were horses, they said everyone will ride one. But unfortunately, wishes don't solve any problem. You can wish from now till forever. If you don't put work into it, nothing happens. So be committed to it. Now I mentioned sacrifice. A number of times I have spoken with many people, and many people have actually sent me personal messages to say, how am I sure this is for real? How am I sure this is true? How am I sure I'm not going to be losing out on? And the answer to that is what you see on the screen. Life itself is a risk. And if you seek a higher life, you must be ready to take higher risks. If you avoid risk, you don't lose anything, but at the same time, you also don't gain anything. But if you accept it, you may lose or gain something. That's the truth. So sacrifice for your own future is something that you must be willing to make. Taking a risk for your own future is something that you must be willing to do. Like the offer that I mentioned that Arrows is putting on the table for you now. If by now anyone is unable to make an investment of $25 in their future, then I doubt the person is actually interested at all. So that takes me to the last point, which is investment. This is a very popular saying that you see there. They said, there is no free lunch anywhere. It is free because someone paid. I'll give you an example. This webinar is totally free. Yes, it's only free for you, the participant. It's not free for the person that had to make out time to make a presentation. It's not free for me who has to make time to anchor the program. It's not free for Arrows that has to sponsor the program. So there's no free lunch. Nothing is free at the end of the day. It's only free because someone pays for it. So if you want everything for nothing, I'm telling you that dreams are made of that. It's just going to remain a dream. So if you don't invest in your life, in your future, nobody will. That's the truth. So take a step. That is the most important thing. You want a scholarship, find it, seek it, or pay someone to do it for you if that's what you want. So it's not going to be free all the time. Even freebies are not free. So finally, I'm going to ask Wahab to come on and share with us his experience. Wahab studied abroad. He's an international student. Wahab is Pakistani and is based in Malaysia, studied in Malaysia. So he's going to be telling you about his journey and how he arrived at where he is. He studied and worked, and he worked at a startup, even here in Malaysia as an international student. So he will be sharing his experience with us now. And then I'm going to stop. Yes. And I'll ask Wahab to please come on to share his experience. Thank you.
Hey everybody, can you guys hear me? All right. Okay. So I came to Malaysia around 7 years ago, and I studied in a government university called UTM, and it was amazing. The best part about these universities is that the exposure is amazing, and you meet new people, you see new opportunities. I come from a very humble background. In my country, they didn't have so many opportunities. Over here, I get to meet people who are trying to do something different. So I get to meet people that can give me jobs. I wasn't just applying online. um, and then fortunately I got a lot of job experience over here. I earned as well as I was working, and even right now, after I finished my 4-year program, I got a job over here. And the job that I got is, I'm fortunate enough to have a very good job right now at this moment. But still, I think there's a lot more sacrifice to be done, just like what Bosede was mentioning. I'm applying for Canada as well, and I'm using Arrow's service. They've helped me get my English language certification. I'm working on that. I'm working on my details, the paperwork for now, and especially for the visa. So I'm hoping to migrate to Canada and study there and then work there as well. Uh, from the beginning, I always wanted to go to Canada, even before coming to Malaysia. But I guess I had to take small steps before I, reach Canada. Uh, my family couldn't afford Canada in the beginning, but right now, since I have a bit more work experience in Malaysia, and I mean, I've gained a lot of skills in Malaysia, and the education was amazing as well over here. So I think I can take the next step to go towards Canada. So I hope you guys enjoyed my short story.
Thank you very much for sharing your story. So I asked Wahab to share with us so that you know that, like I said, sometimes not everyone, like Wahab also mentioned it, he wanted to go to Canada from the onset, but Canada was not affordable at the time he was planning. So he decided, instead of sitting down and waiting until Canada becomes affordable, he decided to come to Malaysia. Now he has been in Malaysia for how long? 6 years,
6
right?
years.
Yes, he has spent 6 years in Malaysia. He had worked even at his own business in Malaysia, and now he has a very nice paid job. He lives in the capital city. Some of us are even living in the villages. So, I mean, you can actually make your dream come true step by step. You can take baby steps. You don't have to wait until you can afford maybe the unaffordable, let me call it that. So while you are working at where you're going, gradually you can start from what is affordable for you. That's the whole essence of is sharing with us tonight. So if you can't afford one, you can afford another. There will be something that there will be a place where you can start from. Even if you can't leave your country at the moment, you can start studying in your country, if that is the only thing that is affordable now. So don't just wait without doing anything. Start working at something. And like I think I mentioned while I was speaking about the different types of scholarships available, sometimes some of them require you to have an admission letter before you can apply for them. So even if that's the only thing that you can do, get an admission letter. Many schools are free now. Take advantage of these free applications, apply, and then get an admission letter and see what scholarships need an admission letter, and then maybe you can go for them, and you may be lucky to find something that works for you. So that's what we have for you for tonight. Tomorrow, we're going to be sharing with you about 20 different scholarships that international students can apply for, and see whether any one of them could work for you as an individual. So thank you very much, Wahab. We're closing here for tonight. I want to remind you again that there is a $25 offer on the table from Arrows that you can use. It's an eat now, pay later idea. So you can use that to get your admission letter, and you can be thinking about maybe paying off your consultancy fee later on. Seek information or buy it, because time is a limited commodity. The third point you have there is consulting, and it's not the same thing as charity, because there were a lot of requests that were coming from different people. Please help me. Please help me. My father is dead. My father, that's not workable, really. That's totally not workable. Nobody gives scholarships or even consultancy on the basis of charity. So you need to invest something in your own situation and in your own future too. Avoidance is not the same thing as mitigation when it comes to risk. So if you are trying to avoid risk, it's a different thing from trying to reduce it. If you avoid it, you also avoid the gain that may come with it. No risk, no gain. And if you are ready, you think you have made up your mind, you're ready to put in your application, please, and I mean if and when you are ready, because remember that there are only 24 hours in the day for everyone, including all the staff at Arrows and all the consultants. So if you keep on chatting with them for hours on end without making up your mind, it will actually ruin what they could do for the day. It will take the time that they can spend with those who are actually ready for their, to take the next step. So get in touch if you are ready and when you are ready. And you can be sure, like in the next few weeks, you'll have your admission letter in your hand.